In this episode of Chop and Brew, we're making a hamburger for Charlie P, the dog.
Oh yeah.
If you're a fan of Chop and Brew, you probably know Charlie P. He's the beloved beagle mix of my wife and I. We think he's mixed with maybe Italian Greyhound, and he's been around. He's one of the OG brew dogs. He's been around since the Brewing TV days and all through the Chop and Brew days. Of course, Charlie P, the dog, is named for Charlie P, the man, Charlie Papazian, the godfather of homebrewing, the founder of the AHA, and an overall awesome inspiration. The first day of autumn, September 22nd, is his birthday, and this year, to celebrate his 11th birthday, I decided to make him a very special hamburger. Besides just doing something nice for my dog, Charlie P, this was a good test of my new GoPro to see how it worked inside the kitchen and outside with natural light. I think it looks really sharp, so shout out to my Patreon supporters. Y'all help this GoPro become a reality. Very cool. Cheers. A few years ago, Elsa made him a pie, like a single serving pot pie for a dog with ground beef, peas and carrots, all things that he loves, and then the crust was made out of crushed dog treats. So I had the idea to use dog treats here blitzed in a spice grinder instead of breadcrumbs for my burger. Starting with about 2 pounds of ground beef, I pulled him like a third or maybe a quarter pound. And obviously, he's a dog. He doesn't need to get the paprika and the black pepper and all the jazz. So it's just straight up meat and powdered dog treats. Put the dog treat dust in with the burger, made it a nice little meatball, and set it aside and made the hamburgers that Elsa and I were going to eat. In case you're interested what I put in my hamburgers, we usually freestyle this. Sometimes it has onions, sometimes it's got other stuff, but I was keeping it easy. Breadcrumbs that I made from some outdated spicy pepper bread back in the day and keep in the freezer. Breadcrumbs, crack some salt on it. A little bit of this stuff I just bought. It's an oak smoked black pepper and it smells awesome. Smoked paprika, we're doubling down on the smoke. Garlic powder. And cayenne pepper for a little zip. Also, a little Worcestershire sauce. I roll those into large meatballs. The way I do burgers often is I make big meatballs and then I get a flat top grill really scalding hot on top of my grill and press them down with a Lodge cast iron press, also heated on the grill. Think of them as like Chip Walton smash burgers. I got my hot coals dumped out, spread out, basically set this up for like indirect heat. Half of the grill has the coals, half doesn't. I put that flat top grill over the hot coals to get it preheated, really hot. Put the cast iron press also in there. So Charlie's burger was up first because we didn't want it to get, influenced by any of the spices coming off the other burger. So I slapped it on there, pressed it. You can see it's covered in like dog treat dust, dog treat powder. Pressed it down with the grill hot press. Let it go for a couple minutes on each side. Ain't no thing. Check on it. Make sure it was a done enough temperature for a dog. And pulled it off while we cooked our burgers. But of course, Charlie P knew that this was his burger. I'd been literally talking about it all day. So I think he knew very much that like, this is my burger. Why am I not getting to eat it?
What up? Oh yeah. What, you think you deserve something? Ooh. Here. I won't tease you too much. I'll break you off a little something. Ooh, dog treat burger, y'all.
So I hooked him up. I took a couple of pinches off, gave it to him. Couldn't make him wait until all these other burgers were done. You can see the press burger process a little bit better on me and Elsa's burgers because I believe the grill was just that much hotter. It was running at about 450, 500, so you can hear the sizzle. I space them out to where when they're smashed down, they won't hit each other. The first one didn't quite work right, and I don't think I left the press on enough, but the other 4 did. You see what I do is I take this crazy hot press it down, I leave it on there to basically do a sear kind of on the top. And what this does is creates like this awesome bark on the bottom. You get this crispy, crusty top. It never really happens to both sides that well, but the first side down definitely gets that way. So I press them down, I leave them. I even put a half piece of used apple wood in there to kind of smoke them. I really love a smoked burger. As you're going to see later, the color turned out really red as a mixture of both the smoked paprika, the cayenne, and the smoke influence. And I'm just checking on them. You know, I moved the flat top off to the side after a little bit because I didn't want them to just like get overdone too quick. I wanted the smoke to have some time to work it out. So I'm just kind of, you know, checking on them, keeping an eye on them. I flip them over. That crust, oh man, the barky crust on there is so good. Again, I let the smoke roll. I love the smell and the taste of smoke on a burger. And when they're done, Elsa likes hers kind of well done. So I always make sure that a couple get up there, and I try to keep a couple a little bit lower for myself. So I pulled these bad boys off and we were ready to eat. Our burgers had this like triple layer of smoke between the smoked paprika, the oak smoked pepper, and the applewood smoke in the grill. They were so delicious. And as you can see, Charlie, it's burger time. Woo! Yeah, it's burger time, homeboy. Ooh, it's your burger and you know it. Yeah. Charlie Peanut, Charlie P. Beaglestein, he loved his. What? This knucklehead eats so fast that he'll make himself sick. So we had to buy this green bowl that looks like Stegosaurus panels so that like eating is more of a maze for him and kind of slows him down. He made short order of it. I'm recording this narration the next day, and we've been feeding him a little bit of burger for every meal. So I think we're spoiling him to the point where he's going to expect burgers for the rest of his life. Charlie, stop eating that burger. Charlie, there's an important thing I have to tell you. Stop eating that burger. Charlie. Happy birthday, homie. Charlie, can I tell you something now?
No crumb left
Happy birthday.
behind.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Where's the rest of my burger?
Let him lick the plate.
And not to allow any heat left behind, I always have a second round of food to go on the grill. In this case, I rubbed some chicken breasts with Cowboy Delight, which is a spice blend that our homeboy Xander makes up. It's got like oregano, rosemary, thyme, salt. So I gave them a quick sear on both sides. Then I moved them off to the indirect and I smoked those. And we're going to use those for like salads, and might toss it in with a little stock to kind of revive it, to toss with some vegetables. But yeah, that's how we roll, man. When there's heat and flame left, do not leave it behind. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching this episode and belatedly celebrating Charlie P's birthday. He's the coolest dog I know with the magic blue eye. I know that he had a great day getting his birthday hamburger. Chop for chop. Brew for brew.